I was sitting here thinking a little earlier. I was thinking like, damn, I had some girl that that I know. I was trying to catch up with her. I asked about her, and a mutual friend had her information, and I reached out. We talked a little bit back and forth and shit. Catching up. You know, just life shit. You know what I mean? We talked when we was like teenagers, and obviously we adults now. And she hit me one day like, damn, you don't never hit me up. And it made me think, like, in that moment, like, and I had told her, I was like, you might be used to guys like hitting you up consistently. That might be what you're used to. Just guys reaching out to you, saying a whole bunch of nothing because they want something from you. And they're trying to get something from you. I don't want anything from you. Like I don't have a hidden agenda. I'm not trying to have sex with you. I'm not trying to, because a lot of times that's all it be. And I think that's why women be so confused when men end up showing their real side or their true colors, because it's like, damn, what happened? He used to do this, he used to do that, he used to bring me flowers, he used to take me on dates. He used to be romantic, he used to be so into me. It's because your vagina is new to him. It's something that he hasn't had and he wants it. Most men are excited about new pussy, and they do any and everything to obtain that. It's just how they say, like, getting money is easy, but keeping it is hard. Something like that, right? Getting new pussy is usually easy for most men. But once you get it and you do all of the things and you're over it, it's no longer new to you. It's no longer exciting to you. The hard part is maintaining that relationship, maintaining that sexual attraction, maintaining that physical attraction, maintaining those things. It's easy to fuck somebody. It's easy to have sex, and that goes for anybody for the most part. It's hard to maintain a relationship. And then I started thinking, like, damn, that might have been one of many issues that I went through being in a 16-year relationship starting at 20. My foundation was fucked up and I didn't even know it. I had a crack in my foundation, or I had multiple cracks in my foundation and I didn't know it. My relationship, in the beginning of my relationship, was based off of physical attraction. It was based off of sexual urges and temptation and a sexual attraction to this woman having this kind of body and, the things that I look for in a woman that physically attract me. And I was just like, damn, that's deep, because it was easy for me to have sex with my kid's mom at the time, just a female, before she became my kid's mom. It was easy for me to have sex with her. But what I eventually found out or figured out was, like, it was hard to maintain a level of attraction and interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through phases in my relationship where it was like, I don't feel like you don't touch me, you don't kiss me, I don't even feel like you like me sometimes, or I don't even feel like you're attracted to me sometimes, and I said it mildly, like, I said it like as best as I could without hurting her feelings, but I was just like, I never been in like a long-term relationship like this. I've been in relationships of a couple of years, but when you start to talk 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's a long time to be with one person. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys, they do it and they make it work, but they cheating. and they living double lives, so they are having their cake and eating it too. Like they are fucking with other women, and they're able to come back and deal with their woman. But when you're just with somebody and you're locked in with somebody, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is hard. And so I learned that, like, damn, you know, maybe that was another thing that was wrong with was wrong with the relationship, because I based it around sex and like attraction. I never was like mentally stimulated. Like we had conversations, but it was like, you could tell like overall us being just madly attracted to each other, it just overtook and overshadowed everything. You know what I mean? So we didn't have certain dialogue and conversation, and we weren't as transparent as we probably should have been, because maybe it would have just been a fuck and it wouldn't have been a long-term relationship. You know what I'm saying? But that just made me think about that. You know what I mean? And a lot of women, as I'm noticing on semen retention and just on this journey of like just self-evolution and unlocking so many different things about myself at like a rapid rate. It's like every day I feel like I'm growing. You know, I'm not with none of this shit. Like that stuff don't drive me. I'm not amazed. You know, I'm not blinded by ass and titties. I'm not blinded by physical attraction. I'm not blind, because a lot of women, they think men really want them. Like that's why it's so fucked up now, because like I said, it's niggas' fault, because y'all will tell a chick anything to get in her panties. And so, but like I was saying, it's niggas' fault, because y'all told these women, and y'all tell women anything to get in their panties, and now it's coming back to bite niggas in the ass. Because one thing I realize, you can't tell women anything, because they hold on to that shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll believe it, even when they know damn well they shouldn't believe it, because they look in the mirror, or they know how they look, or they know how big they are, or they know how unattractive they are. But 10 niggas then told them they got the best pussy in the world, they look great, they look amazing. They're gonna start to believe the lies, right? But it's like the way things are, you know, I'm just seeing it for what it is. And it's like, bro, a woman, I have to, and I know I will meet my equal, but I'm not appeased, or I'm not amazed by just the physical. You know what I'm saying? And like, so that goes back to what I was saying, like, damn, you don't ever hit me up. And it made me think, like, I kind of laughed and chuckled, like, oh wow, I am growing, I am maturing, you know, I am seeing these things for what it is. And that's why I say semen retention is so important, bro. Niggas don't know what they missing out on, dog. Like, take your fucking power back. Be a man of substance, be a man of value and discipline, and have standards, bro. Like, because most niggas, their only interest is to have sex with the woman, and women, they believe it. So when I heard her say, like, damn, you don't hit me up, like, you don't ever hit me up, and I told her, I said, look, I don't want nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? I remember in my heyday when I was hitting a bunch of chicks up every day. I was having senseless conversations, but if it helped me, or if it was helping my chances, or biggering my, if that's the word, it's not a word, if it was biggering my chances of getting closer to what I want from you, because you got something I want. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to help my chances by sitting on the phone with you for 7 hours talking about nothing and listening to you talk some bullshit, I was willing to do that. If it was me, I gotta walk you to the store, or I gotta come meet you here, like, I was willing to do all of those things because they had something I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't want nothing from a woman, and you don't feel like you need nothing from a woman, and you can go without having sex, and you could be disciplined, and you could be just fine without that shit. I'm not saying that you're not gonna need a woman or need somebody to come together, you know, with eventually, or start a family or be united as one. But most men, dog, they spend so much time, so much just meaningless time with women or on women when it's just a fuck. And it's like, bro, so when she said, I was like, yeah, like, I'm growing, man. Like, I'm not gonna hit you. I don't have nothing to say to you for real, for real. That's why I said I gotta be around I gotta be intrigued. I gotta be stimulated by a like-minded woman that sees the world and understands the world like I do and see it the way I do. Not that you gotta agree with everything that I'm on, but somebody that's conscious and that's elevating and reaching, you know, higher frequencies. Because everyday modern woman, bro, I don't have no rap. I don't have nothing to say to you. What we gonna talk about? Because I'm not just trying to fuck you. You have no substance. You have no conversation. You want to talk about your hair and you want to talk about materials and shit. So it's like, we don't have any of that. We don't have that in common. I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit and waste your time or my time because I'm trying to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing, man. But a lot of men, you know, it's like a new car when they get a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I even think about situations like my kid's mom. I'm not down in her situation. I don't wish the worst on her. I don't even wish bad on her. I even noticed a couple of times in our run-ins and conversations, she like, I don't know what's going to happen right now. But you know, I don't know what the future holds. But right now, I just want to focus on myself, and I'm okay with that, right? My thing is, the type of person I am, when I get you out of my system, this goes for anybody. This could be a homie. This could be a family member. This could be a relationship. When I get you out of my system, that's it. It's no round trip with me. Like, you don't get a round trip. It's a straight flight. It's no doubling back. And I can't help but think, like, she has to get out here and fend for herself as well as I do, right? Unfortunately, things are different for men and women in society. A man with kids might have a different journey than a woman with kids, especially a certain number of kids, right? And I can't help but think, like, I hope she don't feel like she gonna go out here and explore and even get some dicks in her and go on some dates and see the dating pool for what it is and see how contaminated it is, because she heard about it, but she got to go through it herself and see how contaminated it is, and then look at me and say, damn, the grass probably wasn't greener. Maybe he wasn't that bad. I'm going. The door is nailed shut. Ain't no doubling back. And it makes me think, like, you know, even with that, I wish her well on her journey, but in today's society, it's a lot harder for a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see her go through that, but it's a lot harder for a woman to find a genuine guy that's going to take on the responsibility of another man's child or children, plural, and take you serious. Men will fuck you, but I think it's just a lot harder for them to take you serious and build and marry you and create a family and things like that. But yeah, man, overall, it's just like, this shit was just on my psyche, man. And I was just like, yo, I need to talk about, just wanted to get this off, you know what I mean? Just overall, you know, I know I bounced around, but, you know, it's just important, man, for people to just, I don't know, take their time. That's what I'm learning from this. Just take your time. You know what I mean? Because life can feel rushed and time sensitive when it's not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning from my mistakes of what my relationship turned out to be, and, you know, even realizing being single, like, I ain't for none of these new chicks, man. It just, you know, but we'll see what happens, man.